Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making the traditional milk barfi for you all. So jump into this one with me. Let me show you how easy it is to make. I promise you, if it's your first time making it or if you've ever had trouble making milk barfi, I'm going to make it super easy for you to try at home. Now I like using Anchor cow brand ghee. It gives it the best flavor and I wouldn't use anything else in my barfi or my sweets. So I'm going in with 2 tablespoons in my milk, and I'm also going in with cardamom or elaichi. All of your ingredients will be listed in the description box. Now to this, I'm going to add in fresh ginger. I like using a lot of ginger when I make it, and my Nestle or table cream. And if you have leftover Nestle cream, just use it when you're making your pag for your parasad. It's the best place to put it. So now we're just going to mix all of those wet ingredients into the milk powder, and you have to mix until it completely dries out. Now this does take a little time, so just bear with it and keep mixing until it looks like this and it's really dried out. The next step is sifting this. Now personally, I like to sift it. It gets any pieces of ginger out, but you could also put it in your food processor and pulse it until it's fine and it's like a powder. I like when I sift it because it gives me that grainier barfi. So I'm just going to transfer it to this bigger bowl and set that aside. Now let's make the sugar syrup. So to 1.5 cups of water, I'm going to go in with 2 cups of sugar. Now if you wanted to use less sugar, of course you can. And if you wanted to use a different sweetener like honey or a different sugar that you would like monk fruit or something like that, feel free to. Now we're going to put this up on our stove and we're going to cook this until the sugar feels like oil. You're not going to look for a thread. You're not going to look for anything else but that oil consistency. So you're going to rub it between your fingers, and once it feels really thick, you'll know it's ready. I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of ghee again, and I'm adding in that sugar syrup. This additional ghee is totally optional, but I personally like the extra ghee because when we have to press this out and we put those sprinkles on, this is what's going to help it adhere the sprinkles to the barfi. Add your pag in small amounts, so like 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup, and mix. Now you don't want to add too much, and I'll tell you, I used about 1.25 cup of pag in total. Different brands of milk will call for more or less milk pag. So my tip here is mix and add, and once it starts to come together and it looks like it's getting wet but not overly wet, go in with your hands and start squeezing it. And mix it properly. Mix everything properly because you'll still have some dry milk, as you'll see. Mix until it all comes together, and then squeeze with your hand and see if you can form it into a soft ball. You see how my barfi looks there? It's a little bit crumbly, and you can tell it has moisture. It has just enough. It's not too dry and it's not too wet. If it's too wet, it takes longer to set, and sometimes it may not set at all. So soft ball is what you're looking for. So transfer this into a greased baking dish or cookie sheet, whatever you want to put it on. And then we're going to press this out into, I like to do 1/2 inch. If you wanted to do like a really thick barfi, you have to double the milk amount and your ingredients. And I'll let you know that I had extra pag or sugar syrup left over, and I'm going to be using that to soak rascula. So the tip here is taking the palm of your hand and smacking the barfi until it's nice and smooth on the top, because that helps to compact it. I'm taking this little dowel and I'm just rolling it to get it really nice and smooth, and you'll see that when I use the dowel, it spread that milk in the entire tray for me. I just like my barfi on top to be really nice and smooth. Now I'm going to put on the sprinkles, and put as much or as little as you want. And I like taking a piece of parchment paper, placing it over the sprinkles, and then rolling that with the dowel again to make sure that those balls stick to the barfi and they don't fall off. Let it set up. It takes about 2 hours once you follow this recipe with the amount of pack that you need, and then it's ready to cut. It cuts really easily and really clean. I can't wait for you all to try this recipe. Just follow my tips, follow my instructions and my measurements, and I promise you, you will master making barfi. I know it seems intimidating, but trust me, it's easy once you just follow the steps. Soft ball stage, and also your pag needs to feel like a thick, simple syrup or like oil. Just look how easy it comes out of the pan. Nice, clean cuts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Be sure to check out my Diwali playlist on YouTube, where you can find a lot more Diwali recipes. Comment down below, let me know if you try it, and if you're on Instagram, tag me so I can see your creations. And if you need any help, please email me. It's the fastest way for me to answer. Have a good one and happy Diwali.